What's up, ball bags? Unknown cast is back.
Cocksucker.
Oh, hey Nick.
Just fair warning. I'm dying currently, so you might hear some coughing. I'll try to mute. I'll try not to die.
Jordan, I think you're more fit to intro our guest this week.
Oh, you want me to intro the guest?
Actually, no, fuck you. I got you, ladies and gentlemen.
No, fuck you, buddy.
Hey, fuck both you guys.
Look, if anybody's gonna introduce the future president of the United States, it's gonna be me.
All right, whatever.
All right, everybody, this is future president-elect of the United States of Earth, Nick.
What's up, guys? It's a pleasure to be here.
You don't have
Is it
to.
really?
Is it really? Yeah, you don't have to lie.
Is it really a pleasure to be here?
Well, it's my pleasure to be here to pleasure both of you young men.
Okay.
Appreciated. Appreciated.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Hey,
Probably the nicest guest we've had.
well, we'll see. We'll
For
see.
now.
We're only about 45 seconds in, so we'll see.
That's all I needed. That's all I need is 45 seconds.
Well, I mean,
So I've
if you
heard.
beat your own record by like 30.
He's that good. He's that good. That's all you need is 45 seconds.
Yeah, 45 seconds is being very caring for the other person.
That's really all he needs.
Like, that is a true gentleman right there. If I've ever heard a moment where we need a slow clap build up, that is definitely it.
Well, in interest of not clipping the mic, you will not get that here, my friend.
I'll do it myself.
Lot going on in the last since we've been gone. We'll just say the last few weeks. It's been a while. It's been a while, Jordan. So first off, this just in: Game of Thrones, the 74-hour movie, shit the bed at the 70-hour mark. You can tell when the writers got the deal to make a Star Wars trilogy, because they were just like, all right, wrap this bullshit up.
Well, here's my question. Did they fix all the racism? Because I've been seeing a lot about how Game of Thrones is a problem because they kill off every single race.
They kill off whoever.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No. Okay, so the big thing. No, hold on. The big thing
This
about
is
the
just
race.
a long range Highlander.
Basically. But this past week's episode got flack for being, and I'm gonna put air quotes around this, racist, because
it's problematic.
Because of the coffee cup?
sorry, no, it wasn't the coffee cup. It was not the coffee cup. It was definitely the colored woman in chains getting her head lopped off by white people.
Well, they do that to every other primitive species that's been on the show. I never really watched it. I never cared for the writing. I just thought the show was boring, but that's just me.
I don't know, man. Something
books
caught
are
me. One, yes, but Georgie Boy has been collecting checks for too long. He doesn't want to finish.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'd
Who
make
wouldn't?
$1 billion writing a fucking nerd prom too.
For what it's worth, the only people saying that the show is racist are actually white people. So,
Well, yeah, but aren't they always the people who say everything is racist?
You need to check your privilege, bro.
What privilege?
All the privileges.
Well, I identify as a gay black woman, so how can I have privilege?
Because facts don't care about your feelings.
Okay. All right.
anyway. So that's all I'm going to say about Game of Thrones is I'm really upset I went all this way to watch the show. Enjoy it, and then have some bullshit happen. Now, on to more interesting things. Nick, I believe it was you who went and saw Endgame this past couple of weeks?
Yes, I actually nerded out and saw it on the first night it came out.
Oh, you lucky prick.
Yeah. Because I have no social life, so that's what you get to do when
I
you
could
buy
play this-
one ticket.
I could play the best scene ever. Somebody made a bootleg of it.
We're not.
Come on, man.
Or-
The
yeah.
best scene in the whole movie.
If you want to make that joke, you got to go find me the tweet.
I don't need to find a tweet.
All I really need to say about that movie is I'm glad that we finally paid attention to some Captain America ass.
Yeah, that's America's ass right there.
That is America's ass.
So, after doing some thinking, the first Iron Man came out when I was like 13. This was a fucking payoff and a half.
Oh, the climax of all the little things in it is, yeah. I had to go watch all the fucking movies over again because there were so many callbacks.
Also, what were your thoughts on Thor and his character arc?
Modern day America.
Absolutely.
He's my spirit animal.
Yeah,
nice little callback to Jeff Bridges, who was in the first Iron Man film.
Yes.
He just literally got to be the dude.
Yeah. So many great things about that movie. And I'm going to come out and say this. Definitely thought Infinity War was a little bit more of that like action to where like anybody could come in and watch it, as to where Endgame was like you had to see every
Endgame disrespected the fuck out of you if you only watched a few of them.
Yeah. If you didn't watch everything, it was just kind of like, oh, this is cool, but I don't get that little thing. Like, you're missing a lot of the details.
I thought it was hilarious that they shit all over Back to the Future 2, only to have 2.5 hours of Back to the Future 2.
Yeah, I will say there's a lot of things that like they're like, oh, the timeline. And I think my new favorite meme is literally like Captain America like making a salad. It's like Peggy's like, JFK's been shot, and he's like, yeah, anybody want some of this salad? Like, no big deal. All right, dude. How did Captain America not stop 9/11? Like, all the things are just kind of like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, here's the thing. It's like the butterfly effect. You know, what would have happened if he prevented 9/11? That's the thing. That's what you got to think about.
Okay, no.
What would have happened after that? We would have, we would have had God Emperor George H.W. Bush.
You will actually use his correct name. That is not a what if. That is God Emperor George W. George W. Bush.
Now,
would have had God
there's
Emperor Bush.
there's a saying in Tennessee. I know it's in Texas. It's probably in Tennessee. It says, if you fool me once, shame on you. And you fool me, you can't fool me again. W.
It's true. But I mean,
he was the first like meme president before memes were big.
Yeah, I agree. You know what? Actually, he should have stopped it because we probably would have gotten Jeb Bush elected.
America's darling.
I mean,
this is the part where you're supposed to clap.
Dude, he brought his mom out as the finisher, bro. Like,
although his mom did hit him with the hard thing of maybe she said there's been too many Bushes in office.
Yeah, she did
never
say
have
that.
enough Bush.
Yeah, you can never have enough Bush. Bush is always good.
Also, this is really the last thing I have to say about Endgame, but I thought it was interesting to see the evolution of the characters that survived the snap in the 5-year gap.
I do have one question about that. So everybody like came back to where they were at the time the snap happened.
Okay, you can't. No, you can't think about it too hard, Nick. I know exactly where you're going with this. You're gonna go into Earth's rotation, and everybody just gets to be out in space.
No, not at all. I'm not going there at all. My like everybody comes back, and it's been 5 years, and it's like, yay, they're back. What about the people that had moved on? That's my question. Like, let's get deep here for a second. Like, all that happens there at the self-help group, like the director who was like, oh, I finally went on a date and everything. What if they, grow together and they're like, wow, I really like this person, and his husband comes back? What then? All the dramatic stuff like that.
I don't know. They're game in. They'll probably just fuck it out.
Yeah, they'll just have a 3-way.
So it does have a happy.
No, like the
Yeah.
better question is what happens to all the snap related deaths
True.
that would mostly be caused by car crashes, planes failing, etc.
Yeah, that too.
Those
Like,
people
if you
don't
just-
come back. Those people actually died for real.
Yeah, that's for real drama right there. But like, you imagine coming back to like where you were, and you were on a plane in that spot. Now you're just fucking free falling.
And I'm free.
Yeah, you just be like, oh, oh shit, like
Something,
Or I think, like,
something,
somebody-
magic, something,
hey,
ground.
time travel.
Yeah.
But here in the next couple of days, though, we'll get John Wick,
We do get.
Yeah, when's Parabellum
That's-
drop?
and that's gonna be it's the 17th. And
I was gonna say it's pretty soon.
it's the 17th, and yeah, I'm going to see that at midnight. Like
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go see that shit.
when I went to the NRA annual meeting, they had all the guns from the movie there. I got to pick them up and handle them. It was pretty cool.
Did they have the HK with the fucking like muzzle brake thing on it?
Yeah, they had the Terran tactical guns. It's all Terran tactical guns, is all it is. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's who
but they look
trains
so cool.
They do. They do look so cool. I got to touch a lot of guns that were cool.
all guns you touch are cool.
Yeah, but these ones were like extra cool because it was like
They were
the full auto-
tactical.
It was like the full auto Vector and like a full auto MP9 and a HK91 and a Browning and a 240 Bravo, which I've shot in before. But you know, this was like one I could buy if I had the monies to buy it. If I had the 40 grand to spend on it.
So I'm glad you mentioned John Wick because the movie isn't the only John Wick related content we're getting in the near future.
Do go on.
Oh, I will. So this dropped about 3 days ago, and this is a trailer for a game called John Wick Hex. I'm just gonna let it ride.
It is said that combat is like a game of chess. Opportunity lies several steps ahead of your opponent. You must know where you are and where you are going. If that is true, Mr. Wick is a master at play. Tick-tock, Mr. Wick.
So it's John Wick, but it's XCOM 2.
Here's my problem. I see that Epic Game Store logo down there.
Yeah.
I really hope it's not an Epic Game Store exclusive.
Yeah, as do I. But it's a fucking RTS game. I'll goddamn pirate it if I have to. Oh,
Yeah, pretty much.
oh
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
getting that game.
No,
I'm
I'll
getting
say
that.
it. I'll say it. I'll pirate that shit. I'm not giving the Epic Game Store money.
I will use tax-funded money for that. I don't care. I need that in my life.
yeah.
What else we got? You're the one that planned out the docket.
I'm aware. While we're on the topic of video games, I did go see Detective Pikachu tonight.
Do go
Oh,
on,
yeah?
because I want to go see
Is
that.
it as good as Max Mofo's video?
I don't know what you're talking about. 2, so, and this seems to be the general consensus, and it makes sense because it doesn't make you fucking feel shit, man. But it is not the best Pokemon movie that's ever been shown in a theater. However, I think it is the most fun.
Well, it has Ryan Reynolds in it.
Okay, I'll be real honest with you. Everyone except Ryan Reynolds and I think his name is Justin Chase. Hold on. I'm gonna fact check that because I do not trust myself.
All I know is he's the guy who played Book in The Get Down on Netflix. Which, if you haven't
Justice Smith. That's the kid's name.
yeah, which if you haven't seen The Get Down, you should go watch it. Good ass show.
Yeah, it's fun. It's absolutely worth buying a ticket. Absolutely worth buying a ticket. It is a canon Pokemon film.
Really?
Yeah, so we all saw the trailer where the Mewtwo shows up.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the Mewtwo that escaped from the Kanto region 20 years ago. What movie came out 20 years ago? Pokemon the movie.
Oh shit.
And they're related. Please tell me they're related.
It's canon.
That's
related.
that's the only relation. Basically, this is where that Mewtwo ended up. It's in an entirely different region. The city has like banned Pokemon battles, so naturally there's an underground Pokemon battling ring. There's fucking performance enhancing drugs involved. And a guy in a wheelchair. Like, it's fun.
That sounds like my future plans for the US right there.
Yeah.
There is a
Make all sports
scene.
have-
There is a fucking scene with a Mr. Mime where they get away with shit at that rating that they should not get away with.
Do go on, please.
Do you want me just straight up? Okay.
Spoil me.
We saw the
Spoil me
bit.
like
We
a
saw the
white
bit.
girl.
We saw the bit in the trailer where like the fucking Ryan Reynolds. I'm not calling him Pikachu. Yeah. Pikachu Reynolds jumps at the fucking thing and lands against an invisible wall. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Justice Smith's character, Tim, we're going to call him Tim now before I fuck his name up again. He wanted to be a Pokemon trainer when he was a kid, but that dream went out the window because his mom fucking died, and his dad was never around, and his dad is actually Ryan Reynolds, whom shows up at the end of the film. Anyway... So the scene with the mime, he's like, oh yeah, Mr. Mime can create barriers. Oh, what's this? And he finds a fucking door, opens it up, goes inside, starts talking shit, and then picks up an invisible jerry can and pours gasoline all over the Mr. Mime. And then he pulls out invisible matches, and the Mr. Mime keeps being a dick. He like blows it out, and then he fucking like licks his thumb and puts it out, and then he pinches it. And he goes, "Oh, you won't be like that, huh? You won't be like that." And then he grabs the jerry can, invisible, makes a line outside, and then lights a match and goes, "You're gonna fucking tell me what I want to know." And the Mr. Mime does get lit on fire, invisible fire. So, Ricky Bobby type shit.
Yeah.
That is single-handedly the best moment in the film. That scene will be the best remembered part of that movie, hands down.
He does say fuck in it, though.
No, he does not say fuck. Although you do get Ryan Reynolds cursing as a Pikachu.
That's arguably the best part, though.
That's really all I've ever wanted.
Oh yeah.
Ever since Pokemon Yellow came out, like
there's there's literally a scene where Tim does something cool and he goes, "That was damn good, kid." Like, and then they just keep going. It's great. It's fantastic. So while we're on the topic of games still, Jordan, would you like to explain our title card this week?
Oh, well, it's, if you don't know, then you've been living under a rock, or you don't frequent this part of Twitter. But
I knew relatively little about this until right before we sat down.
But that's the lovely projared right there, who came out publicly on Twitter to announce that he was divorcing his wife, whom he had blocked on Twitter, and she couldn't even see said announcement.
Well, isn't that as just as good as a divorce if you block somebody?
I mean, according to some of the people on Twitter, that's how it works.
Yeah, I mean,
you just block them, and then the relationship's over with. There's a lot of things that people on Twitter get wrong, which if you've been following the Kick Vic stuff, then you would know that they're in their own little world over there. Pretty bad. But yeah, that's him and his lovely Sailor Mercury Mars, whatever the fucking one it is. He's in a Sailor Moon outfit. And this man's was hoeing around on the internet being pretty much the visual definition of soy boy, hoeing around on the internet while he's married to a solid 8 out of 10 who like makes her own cosplay costumes, is into like all the game culture and shit.
Hold on, here
She
we
has
go.
her own
I have her
clothing
Twitter.
line.
I have her Twitter pulled up here.
She has like her own clothing line and stuff. Like that's the girl that he was married to. And he cheated on her with like a 1 out of 10, who was also like her best friend, who is the ex-wife of somebody else that he was friends with. And these are the same two guys that kicked JonTron out because he's literally Hitler. It's like, it's a whole, what the fuck, I don't even know how to respond type thing. But she fucking flamed his whole career on Twitter.
I think I reached the point where she was flaming on him.
Yeah, it's pretty bad where she starts flaming his ass on Twitter. And she starts flaming Commander Holly, which is who he cheated on his wife with. She's the 1 out of 10.
How convenient. I just so happen to have her. Oh!
Ooh,
Oh, what a fucking pussy.
yeah, but see, this is where the lovely Google image search comes in handy. Because
one moment. Yeah, let me.
Yeah, because you can't block that.
No, you cannot.
You can't block that.
So, let me just get this straight. We went from. Let me.
Just go to the media.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. That's what we're doing here. So we went from this. Oof.
That's where it started. That's where
Oof.
she starts flaming him right there.
Oof. Big oof.
That's a good thread. We went from that.
We went from this to this.
Yeah. Went from a solid 8 out of 10 to a 1 out of 10.
I am confused.
Yeah. I'm also confused. Especially with how like big of a soy boy he is. To even land somebody like he was married to is a feat in and of its own. And then he goes and like
pulls this shit. How are you that dumb?
Yeah, he's pretty fucking stupid. Well, he was hoeing around on the internet. There's a bunch of photos that I have. That I put in the Discord there. There's some Twitter memes and stuff to go with this. They're in the actual server, not in the call.
Okay. Oh god.
Yeah. If you want to bring those up, they
yeah, I
add
got
the
it.
context of how big of a hoe he was.
I do. I like this. I like the JoJo meme. That's a good meme.
Yeah, he how big of a hoe he was.
I mean, I guess
I'm
if
stuck
you
in an airport, I don't give a fuck, lewd. Sending like no muscle definition, shirtless photos with his dick hanging out to like random fans and shit.
I mean, when you subscribe, these are the things you're gonna get. That is definitely a premium meme member weekly exclusive.
Man, this is just. I think, and I've said this before, and I believe I've said this on this podcast before, we are truly in the darkest timeline.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
JonTron posted a photo on Instagram of him and his wife just to flex on projared. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, shit. Jamie, can we get that pulled up real quick?
Oh, fuck. You're asking a lot here.
All I really ask is that you make the title cards and you occasionally pull things up.
You're asking a lot here. I don't even know what his fucking Instagram is. I'm trying to find it. I found it. But I don't know if I can link you the photo.
I beat you to it. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Jamie got it. Jamie got it. Boom! Flexing. Flexing.
Let me just flex.
Also,
flex
apparently,
on
JonTron goes to church.
Well, yeah.
Good for him.
God-fearing man. Apparently, this is literally Hitler. The man who put flex tape on the map.
Pretty much. Literally Hitler.
Why is it every 2 seconds the internet's been exploding like all of 2019?
Because this is, while it is the darkest time, this is the best timeline.
True.
This is the timeline where the snap's gonna happen.
And you know what? It is what it is at this point. Sometimes it be like that.
It do be like that sometimes.
Yeah. If you go to projared's Twitter, you can see his announcement.
Let's.
I don't think he.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's. I want to see this shit.
I don't think he has his Twitter protected yet.
Well, he's subscribed to the blue-haired mafia. He will soon.
Well, he has claimed that he's a feminist ally, which I find it funny that you notice a lot of these big name feminist allies come out and being, you know, like they cheat on their wives or
the first thing that comes up when you Google projared Twitter is the statement. By the way, I want to point that out to the audience.
Yeah, it is. You know, they end up being like these like sexual assault people or domestic violence people, or they, you know, cheat on their wives and treat women poorly. But it's the guys, you know, who have the toxic masculinity, who are so horrible in the feminist eyes, that don't end up doing this in the majority. Again, you always have exceptions to the rules, but on the majority standpoint, I just find that rather hilarious.
I just want to point out this man, this dude right here, managed to marry this.
While married, was hoeing around on the internet
with this.
And just random people.
I'm not one to say that I am triggered, but I'm pretty triggered right now about this whole situation. The more and more we go into this,
I don't understand how you land an 8 but decides you want to have. You know what? No. You know this is a perfect example of
math.
No, men cheat down.
Yeah, men cheat down.
It is always, always, always true. Men cheat down.
Now, here's my thing too with cheating is, I would say 7 times out of 10, it's usually because you're getting something in that relationship that you're not getting in the other. But unless she's just like into something terrible, I have no clue why.
Or she's just a dead stick in bed, which I highly doubt that, but I wouldn't know.
She's a nerd. I mean, she's a dirty cosplay chick. Nerd chicks are always wild in the sack. It's how it works.
Yeah. I've yet to run into a nerd chick who isn't wild in the sack. So
yeah, buddy.
So I don't see where he wasn't getting. I guess she's been like trying for like a long. She mentions in her Twitter rants, which are too long to go over. It will be here an hour.
I mean, that's fine.
It'll be an hour just reading through it. There's that many. Like she fucking spills everything out.
What did she like? Boston Harbor spill the tea?
But he apparently she'd been like going to like with therapy and doing like couples therapy and trying to like fix their marriage, trying really hard, like ignoring him being a hoe on the internet, letting him lie to her and being like, oh, it's nothing, it's not a big deal, nothing's happening, and just accepting it to try and save her marriage. And then he goes and announces this while having her blocked on Twitter.
Well, there's no reposting that.
Yeah. Pretty fucked up.
Why you gotta block her, though? Why you gotta be that much of a bitch? That's
All I'm
bitch.
saying
That's
is,
bitch made.
man,
Yeah, that's
That's
saying
bitch
is-
made right there.
he better hope he signed a prenup, or he's got a good lawyer,
because he's gonna be
She-
semi-pro Jared after this.
because she could come after him for alimony, all kinds of shit.
Oh, and she
You
might.
know what?
And
Yeah,
Actually, actually,
with the
she-
infidelity,
She might make more than him.
and with the
Don't know.
infidelity, she has a strong case for it too.
Oh yeah, if you bring infidelity as the reason, you're pretty much been over the table at that point in the legal
Yeah.
system.
Yeah. So she could arguably literally end his career. Not just because she flamed him on social media and
Well,
he lost over 100,000 subscribers in one day after he just broke over 1 million. And then
didn't
went right
he
back
end
down
up
below it.
losing 1 million total? I thought.
No, he broke 1 million and then dropped 100,000 in one day, pushing him back under 1 million. And I haven't looked at the social blade, see what it is now. But I'll pull it up real quick and see where he's at. He is in the last 30 days, he has lost 183,000 subscribers. On the 5th, when it came out, he dropped 102,000 in one day. And that was the day that he broke over 1 million.
That's omega lol. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Huge omega lol. His yeah, he's pretty bad. His see if they have his
Will to live up there.
yeah, his will to live's probably gone. His current subscriber count is at 848,000. Well, we'll say 849, and he had just broke 1 million before this came out.
goddamn! I wish I had queued up the Minecraft oof.
Yeah, it's a big
It's a
fucking
double oof moment right there.
It's a bruh moment, literally a bruh moment.
Yeah.
Big fucking bruh.
I'm gonna take a moment and pour a little bit of my water out for my homie there, because that's a loss.
That's, he's gonna hold that L for a long time.
Oh, the internet never forgets, man.
Hey, see, here's
Yeah.
the thing. All right. I doubt this, but Heidi, if this ever reaches you, run this motherfucker dry.
Yup, run him dry.
Or you just take everything he's got.
Even the webcam.
Even the sailor suit.
Hold on. The judge needs to issue an order as well. Be like, dude, you can never have a phone that has a camera after some of that shit. Like,
Well, I guess he would send them to
It's
like
done.
random fans. And there's a possibility that some of the fans that he sent these things to were underage.
well, here's the thing too with that. You have to look at the legal ramifications of this, because not only is he about to get effed in the A by this, all the people that are going to backlash wave this with lawsuits on top of it, because while we do live in 2019, you can't just send dick pics to people.
No, you can't just do that.
You can't do that. That lasted for. Has nobody learned the repercussions from Snapchat of this? One, those pictures are going to get posted. Two, that's just sexual, like, quote unquote,
I think it's sexual harassment. It's not assault, because in some places assault requires like
A
physical
physical-
touching. Yeah, I
yeah.
think it's just harassment.
Yeah,
Has America
But-
learned nothing from Anthony Weiner?
correct.
I mean, they have learned nothing apparently.
Have they not learned that they have to wait one or separate an election cycle before they can run again? Which, speaking of that, I do want to nominate. I'm so happy that Tiger Woods got the Donald Trump Award. That I'm really proud of him. Speaking of sexual assault and stuff and crazy
what?
stuff like that, the Donald Trump Award. You haven't heard of the Donald Trump Award?
No.
Oh, it's when you bang a hooker and stuff, you get an award from the president. Did you not see? Just look up Tiger Woods getting Donald Trump award. I mean, it's pretty simple. You bang a hooker and you do pills, speed pills, you're going to get an award.
I've never heard of this Donald Trump award.
Yeah.
Oh, the Freedom Award? Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I bring high good content onto this, okay?
Are you fucking... Well, I mean, you are future president-elect of the United States of Earth.
So yeah, I did see that where he gave him the
So like he got
medal.
so he got a fucking no. Because he won a golf game?
Yes.
Where's Adam Sandler's Freedom Award?
Well, he didn't win a golf game while Trump was in office, so that's why he didn't get one.
Just show him Happy Gilmore and tell him it's live.
He'd believe it.
But are we not going to talk about? So we all know the famous photo of Tiger Woods' mugshot, correct?
Yeah.
Are we not going to talk about how Donald Trump made the world better? Because that was Obama's Tiger. This is Donald's Tiger.
True. Think about it.
I mean,
Right.
I can't. I have no argument for the opposition.
Yeah. That was Obama's Tiger was in jail and getting chased by his ex-wife. You know, Tiger Woods under Trump wins the Masters.
Yeah.
He's truly making even sports great again.
I know something that we do need to talk about because I can finally talk about it.
Hold
I'm
on.
finally allowed to
Hold
talk
on.
about it.
Hold on. While we're still on
We
the
can do it later. We can do it later.
I know. While we're still on the subject of sports, real quick, I do just want to mention that this past Tuesday was the 17th year anniversary of the greatest sports conference of all time. Hold on, I'll grab a clip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. You are right.
I am very correct. I am very correct.
We talk about
right.
practice.
Now, granted, I'm gonna shouts out to Jesus and Moreau. I actually found this out via them. I would have missed it otherwise.
We talking about practice?
Oh, go ahead, Jamie. Pull that up for me real quick. There we go.
That I miss practice. If a coach say I miss practice and y'all hear it, then that's that. I mean, I might have missed one practice this year, but if somebody say he doesn't come to practice, it can be one practice out of all the practices this year. That's enough. If I can't practice, I can't practice, man. If I'm hurt, I'm hurt. I mean, simple as that. It ain't about that. I mean, it's not about that at all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but it's easy to talk about. It's easy to sum it up when you just talk about practice. We sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we talking about practice, not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice, not a game, not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that? When we're talking about practice. I know I'm supposed to be there. I know I'm supposed to lead by example. I know that.
He says we talk about practice like 80 times.
Like it don't mean anything.
Well, I mean that's what we talking about. But he's the franchise leader. But we talking about practice?
Man. What are we talking
Not
about?
a game.
Practice?
Not a game, but
We're
practice.
talking about practice, man. We're talking about practice. We're talking about practice. We ain't talking about the game. We're talking about practice, man. When you come in the arena and you see me play, don't you? You see me give everything I got, right? But we talking about practice right now.
This is almost as good as I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Man, look, I hear you.
Right.
It's funny to me too. I mean, it's
That one is still better.
Hey man, I hold steady that Allen Iverson changed basketball.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was the reason they needed dress
without a doubt.
codes. For a long
Without a
time, he's
doubt.
the reason every fucking NBA player had to wear a suit.
Excuse me, if you're going to talk about him changing it, are we not going to talk about the Pacers Pistons?
You mean the basketball?
Oh, fucking A. Hold on, Jamie, can you pull that up for me real quick?
The basket brawl?
The basket brawl at the Garden?
Yeah, are we like if we're going to talk about changes?
No,
in
we're
basketball,
gonna
not going to bring that up.
Nah, we're gonna talk about the game. We're gonna talk about the game.
I got you. We're going to talk about the basket brawl.
Ron
The
Artest.
whole thing.
Ron Artest.
This really changed the game.
Yeah, this changed everything.
Oh god, this was like the
The
peak.
greatest thing ever.
This was the greatest Pacers. This was the greatest version of the Pacers ever.
Oh yeah.
This was the Pacers where Reggie Miller cold-cocked Michael Jordan.
Yep.
Ron Artest rushed the stands.
Excuse me,
punched
don't
the-
use his dead name. It is Meta World Peace.
Meta World Peace.
Nah, that's not his name.
It is.
It is now. It is
It is
Meta World
legally
Peace.
his name. Stop using his dead name.
Stop dead naming him.
Alright, we're not on Twitter. I'll dead name whoever the fuck I want.
All right, bigot.
Yes. Literally, you could Google Meta World Peace. That is his name. Legally.
Not that hard of a foul. It's not a normal foul, but not that hard. And Ben Wallace can't react that way. Wallace is still charged up. Now Wallace,
He just laying down on the fucking table.
the way Steven Jackson's carrying on, they should eject him as well. They need to somehow find a way to get this game over with as quickly as possible. The problem is if Wallace is ejected, I'm not sure.
They find a way to get it over with.
Oh fuck yeah, they do. The stadium gets evacuated.
Boom! That punch was great. He just leans over from 2 rows down.
I believe this fight is what started UFC. Like, I'm not saying Khabib did it better, but I'm saying it's pretty hard to top this.
Yeah.
like
I
how
remember
one guy
seeing
just
this
said,
happen.
Stay out of it. I've watched this live.
Yep.
Yeah, I watched this live.
I remember going to school the next day and everybody was just looking at each other like, who's going to say it first? My buddy actually wore an Artest jersey into school the next day. And literally, the teacher was like, where's your homework? And he's like, I'm done. And he just like rips it and walks out of the class. I just sit there like, this may be the best 24 hours of my life.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Are we not going to talk about, too, how Nelly had a song in it and he literally said, I'm going to be like Ron Artest and run up in your stands. Let's bring that back. Could you imagine if this happened today? Like,
Oh god.
just like,
It'd be like fucking oh god damn it. Russell Westbrook.
oh yeah.
It'd be him or like feel like KD might throw a fit and do
No,
something like
I
that.
I feel like if anybody's gonna do it, it's gonna be Curry. He's just gonna snap one day. He's just
Should
gonna
we
be like,
talk
"I'm
about how he's been
done."
shooting blind?
Yeah.
From the Pistons fans here.
Well, it is Detroit. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
What do you expect? Poor showing
Like-
from the Pistons fans. It's Detroit.
I would have really enjoyed to see this in Oakland, though.
Also, I want to talk about how well these fucking jerseys stand up.
Yeah, because mine in the washer falls apart.
They don't fucking make them like they used to.
Yeah, that was back when they were American made. America. That dude wasn't even in it. He just took his warm-up gear off just to seem cool.
More from Mike Breen and Bill Walton shortly. Both teams eventually.
Sports history right there. Sports history
I
right
do
there.
have one more sports history thing I would like to bring up.
Dude, do it. I'm
Just-
down with
just
this.
one more.
I'm good with this.
Just play. Why is it not?
The greatest thing ever. So there was a vape store out here that had him doing that, but they put a vape cloud coming out of his mouth, and I wish they still had it.
I love it.
All right,
Like-
so we're gonna just hard crash. This decided we're gonna hard crash segue into the next bit of video game news. So you know what? Fuck it. We'll just we'll let it ride.
It's a sick Kel-Tec shotgun.
Okay, that looks dope, but I'm gonna be really disappointed if Arnold's not a DLC.
I would hope so.
DLC. He needs to be in the base game. What do you mean?
Oh wait, I didn't see an EA logo. So no, yeah, he'll
Yeah.
definitely be in the base game.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, made by the same guys who made the Friday the 13th game for PS4. That game was pretty fucking solid.
Yeah.
So I have no reason to believe that this game won't be fucking solid.
Probably similar gameplay. Probably the same game, but Predator instead of.
Well, it won't exactly be the
Friday
same
the
game
13th.
because the Predator has an entirely wildly different moveset
Well, yeah.
compared to
So
Jason.
it'll be the same concept of you have to escape
Yeah.
or kill the Predator.
Well, you'd have the
You
option
have
to kill the Predator. You
have
can't
to
kill
get
Jason.
to the chopper. No, you can if you do all the right things perfectly.
Oh
on
yeah.
Friday the 13th. There is a way to do it, but you have to do it like perfectly. Yeah. So that it'll probably be very similar.
I might
which
have to
is
actually
good.
buy this game. That's the thing.
I'll pick it up.
I don't buy games on my PS4 for shit. Except for actually we can talk
Well,
about
is
this
it?
a little bit.
Are we
Jordan.
sure it's just a PS4 exclusive, or is it?
Wasn't
going
Friday
to also
wasn't
come to
fr-
PC?
was Friday
No,
the
Friday
13th?
the 13th is on PC too.
Well, I mean, it came out at the PS4 conference that just happened. So right now we know we only have it.
It might
confirmed
be
for
a first
PlayStation.
on PS4.
It very well could be. A lot of things are nowadays.
Yeah, it might be a first on PS4 type thing.
Speaking of PS4, Jordan, have you found a PS4 to buy yet? Cause
No.
you need to
Well,
come
yeah.
catch these fucking hands on Mortal Kombat 11.
First of all, I'll just play Aaron Black, and you'll want to hate me.
Nah.
I'll just hit you with them drop kicks, or that
Nah.
2-1-2-1-2,
Nah,
and
it'll be-
cancel the
nah.
overhead into the side.
Nah. My noob will wreck your shit.
Okay, whatever. He's
And if-
anti-zoning, by the way. Down 1.
And if Noob won't, Scorpion's big ass hitboxes will.
It won't matter, bro. 2-1-2-1-2. Cancel into slide. That's all I got to do. Throw down some acid or caltrops. It's acid now.
Yeah, it's not caltrops anymore. He just uses acid for one reason or another.
Yeah.
All right.
I can also cancel it into gun. So don't forget to just remember that.
You got to get a PS4 to back all this shit up.
Well, yeah. I keep spending money on guns.
Stop spending money on guns for a couple weeks.
Let's not do that. Here's the thing, all right? When the revolution starts, all right, what's going to save me more? Guns or PS4?
Which I do, thinking of Revolution today, so they had the GP race. And they had the
I went to that.
flyovers.
I went to the GP race. It's pretty cool.
I was working in the yard, literally weed eating. Look up and two A10s fly over, and I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing. The first thing that went through my mind wasn't like, "Oh, dope." A10s was literally the revolution has begun, and I think I have a problem. That's the only thing I was like, the revolution.
They were practice flying over my house the other day, and that's what I did. I like woke up from a dead sleep and was like, "It's fucking happening."
It's happening! It's happening!
I literally walked inside and was like, "Time to get my Viet Cong on." Like it's the revolution has begun.
Grab yourself a Mosin Nagant and hunker down.
I did not realize. For some reason I thought
Hold
the
on.
race was tomorrow. So just have Ray. I was like, the revolution has begun. Like
First
this
of
is
all,
it.
No Mosin Nagants over here. We're people of culture. Okay, I have a Lee Enfield. All right, fastest gun.
Good man.
Men of culture over here. All right,
I'm sure. I was just gonna say. I'm sure I'm very wrong, but is that the gun that killed JFK?
What, an Enfield?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I don't know what he used.
Some kind of bolt action rifle. Doesn't really matter.
Are you trying to say that Jordan killed JFK?
Yes.
I believe that's where we're going on this.
Is that where? All right. Well,
are you trying to connect it? That Jordan
It was a
owns the
Carnico Model
firearm?
9138.
Oh, I was really hoping Jordan was the one that.
A Carcano Model 9138.
oh, my bad. Whatever.
Is what he used.
All right. I think that actually gets all the video game shit out of the way. So we weird thing happened in my state, guys. So
all the weird things happen in your state.
Pretty much.
There's two weird things that happened in your state.
Yes, the other one I feel we really need to talk about.
We should. Okay, so what was it earlier this week? The state of Colorado voted to decriminalize magic mushrooms.
Colorado has two of the.
I thought it was just the city of Denver that did it.
Maybe, I don't know.
I saw it registered as like just the city of Denver, not the whole state.
It is the whole state.
Is it?
From what I read, yes. They're just saying that because they did it in Denver.
Okay, all right.
That's kind of what. But like I said, they have collected. Colorado has two of the infinity drugs now. Like,
what are the other four?
Coke. Those are the other four. Just different forms of Coke.
I have an image of Colorado right now for you.
Yeah. Once you Coke that's all you need.
Just that's Denver right now.
Yeah, that's pretty spot on actually, and that's the fucky bit is that how spot on that actually is.
Yeah, that's I mean,
but not only that, there's another thing that they did fucky, but we'll get to that after this one.
All right, so I don't like this is definitely because of like the time we live in. I'm almost certain. So, wrestling tournament happened. It's a co-ed sport because there's no girls' league in this state. State rule that there's no specific gender league. It has to be a co-ed sport. Oh yeah, it has to be a co-ed sport.
Yeah, a lot of states are like that.
This dude dropped out of the state tournament because he didn't want to wrestle a girl.
Now, why don't you read his reasoning for why he didn't want to wrestle the girl?
Oh, where is it at?
I assume it's super beta.
Oh, it is. It's super
I haven't
beta.
read like the entire thing because I literally read it and I expected it to be an Onion article.
Yeah, so did I when he sent it to me. I was like, this can't be real. Because me and you have experience with this. When we were in high school, there was another school we wrestled that had a girl on their team. And
Where's this kid's reasoning at?
we did not pull out of wrestling them. In fact, I set my record for my fastest pin against a girl, and I told my coach not to count it because it wasn't fair.
I had to wrestle a kid that had an oxygen tank on the mat.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Wait, hold on. For real? Did you? Please tell me you won.
Oh yeah,
No mercy?
We also wrestled blind kids.
Yeah. No, I mean I did a little mercy till like the second one because it was kind of like I don't know what to do. I don't want to trip on this cord or like. Then there you have that moment that flashes through your head. I'm like, what if he's actually Beast and he just starts to strangle with me with it? Like, there's nothing in the rules that say like,
Yeah,
like I'm just getting choked out with an oxygen cord, and he's just like tap, pitch, tap.
All right. So his reasoning behind not wanting to wrestle this girl is, I know she's worked hard, but this was his mother conveying his reasoning. I know she's worked hard, but he feels it's not appropriate to interact with a woman that way, to be physical on or off the mat at this stage in life. So he's
Total bottom move.
Yeah, so he's a
total
pussy.
beta move. Yeah, low T. Yeah, no,
Now, what if they had just marked him as identifying as a female?
Well, here's the thing. You know what I think it was? He's just a shit wrestler, and he was afraid he was going to get bodied by a girl.
Yeah,
Because we had a guy on our team. We had a guy on our team who got fucked up by a girl, and we never let that go.
Yeah, no, you don't walk away from something like that.
We didn't let that shit go.
That's like sending a dick pic to the fucking
He'd be like,
teacher.
"Hey guys, I won that match." We'd be like, "Yeah, but 2 weeks ago you lost to a girl, man."
Yeah, all those wins.
Like, did he lose bad to a girl?
Yes.
He got
Oh.
pinned first round in like less than a minute.
Jesus, that bad?
Yeah.
Was she just a beast?
Oh yeah, she was a
No.
beast. Well, she wasn't a beast. It
She
was,
was like
it was like the 110 weight class. Like they
Yeah.
were both twigs, but she was just really, really nimble and fast.
She
She's a
had
good
like
wrestler.
Ronda Rousey ground game.
Yeah, she had good ground game.
So
She was a good wrestler.
Since you brought her up, Ronda Rousey is a terrible voice actor.
Well, yeah.
yeah.
Name a celebrity that they bring into video games that isn't.
Ice Cube.
Yes.
Well,
That's the
Uh,
exclusion.
Willem
Celebrity that
Dafoe.
isn't- Celebrities that aren't already actors. Like sports celebrities and stuff.
Hold on, I got this. John Madden.
Okay, he doesn't.
I
but
will
first of
fucking
all,
fight you right now. Because that is my one game every year that I am honestly excited about.
so
And
hold
you
on.
Do that, Brady?
John Madden's voice
You're
acting in that
fucking getting
game
deported.
isn't. That's not voice acting. John Madden he thinks this is real football when he's doing the casting.
Oh fuck! Oh, there's gotta be somebody.
Oh, Brady, I don't fucking speak deported if you're gonna speak to me. So
No, I said he was a good celebrity in a video game. That's who I was saying.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing though. I don't think that counts because it's not like he's not like he's playing a character. He's playing himself. That's not a character. It's not like they had John Madden play like Johnny Cage.
That'd be great.
I
They would be
buy
great.
that,
That'd be
Yeah.
great. Nut
See,
punch,
that'd be
boom.
We're gonna go to the eye punch on here.
Boom.
And look back here. Brett Favre is gonna throw a Hail Mary final KO move, and it's gonna fucking land. Like what?
Yeah, that was one thing. Brett Favre was the greatest quarterback to ever live in his eyes.
You could take up Brett Favre's legs and arms away. He'd still be the best damn torso in the game.
Yep. Yeah. I think that was the saddest day for him.
Now,
was when
here's a
Brett Favre finally
guy.
retired.
I don't think he really retired. They just told him that the studio was in his home. They just put a mic on the wall. And they gave him like some crowns, and they're like, here's an iPad, and he's like, I can't get it to turn on.
Oh man!
That's-
Speaking of
that's-
football, rip the AAF, the greatest
Oh.
league ever.
I'm gonna pour some more out for him.
The what?
That was
Rip
a
the
loss.
AAF. The AAF.
Which I
The
feel
Alliance
like
of
if we're
American
gonna,
Football.
I
Oh,
feel like this is something that every year we looked forward to, and we totally just skipped over it this year.
Yeah.
And fucking ad, of course. This is my life.
You know, back then I wasn't
I demand that we now get money.
gotta love bread. I know. You know, there's sandwich.
We
bread
didn't
on
talk
bread.
about this. Usually I'm so excited for this every year.
I
There's
know,
a
right?
lot I've been feeling lately. Why is there a hearse at my house?
Like,
Night screams, the new fun of the kids.
Billy, my Billy, where are you, Billy?
Uh,
I need to talk to you regarding.
Oh,
money.
can we talk about how Cleveland
Stomped on
has
all
a
the
monster
fun
team
shops.
now?
My
Yeah.
grievances
Go
sink
Browns.
like suffering.
A rusty
They're
lady.
making the playoffs
I
this
get
year.
rusty.
Yeah.
What happened?
It's
It's an honor
you don't know what happened to Cleveland.
No, I do not know what happened to Cleveland.
They-
Explain
They
it to
got
me.
rid of LeBron,
They got rid of LeBron, first of
and
all.
it got better somehow.
and it got better. Their football team, they have fucking
Baker Mayfield,
Baker
Odell
Mayfield,
Beckham Jr.,
go ahead.
Jarvis Landry.
Wait,
Kareem Hunt.
wait. They got. Why is Odell Beckham Jr. on the Browns?
They traded for him. They gave up a first and a third round pick to get ODBJ in there. So you've got Baker Mayfield launching it. You've got Kareem Hunt on an 8-week suspension out of KC they picked up. Jarvis Landry, Njoku. That team is a monster. And they picked up Greedy Williams, who is projected to be a top 10 cornerback in the second round, because everybody this draft was literally just doing blow, apparently.
Yeah, they were doing blow. They were making some dumb picks.
Yeah, was it
Like-
the Giants picked a dude that was not going to be picked until the third round with like their
No.
sixth pick?
So the kid out of, let me be honest right here, the kid they picked looks like a guy that would play Eli Manning in a film about Peyton.
He do, though.
He does. Can you pull that up, Jamie?
Jamie,
We
pull that
all
up for
trying
me.
to find
this
it.
guy, because he straight looks like Eli, somebody that would play Eli in a Peyton Manning life story. Like,
What's his fucking name?
I'll pull it up here because he's from Duke, which automatically
Yeah, I can
means he's a
see
rapist.
him in his helmet, but like here the one that you had is like the picture that you sent me a while ago is even better. Here's him in his Duke outfit, which you can see it looks like somebody that they picked to play Eli Manning in a movie about Peyton Manning.
What is his name?
Daniel Jones.
Which already sounds like a protective service name.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like Daniel Jones.
Here we go. I got it.
Yeah, here it is. Did you find the meme I sent you?
I didn't find the meme, but I found a picture of him.
Here, I found the actual thing. I'm going to send it to you guys.
Here's
the
a
things.
picture of him outside of it. You can just post it in the
That's what I'm
group
doing.
DM.
It is processed.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Like he But apparently he went to like the Manning camp and all that stuff, and they were like, "Hey, you could get him at 17," and they were like, "Nah, we're going 6."
We're going
Yeah,
6.
for
There
one
was
reason or
literally,
another.
There were literally some players on the board that are like, "Oh, like this was hands down could be one of the best drafts for defensive players." And they were like, "We're going quarterback." Like, we don't have anybody for him to throw to, but that's our guy. And they posted, the Giants posted an Instagram video, and they were like dropping dimes, and it's literally, I haven't thrown in like 5 years, and I'm like, I should be on an NFL team if that's the standard. Because he's like overthrowing people there. I'm gonna like go way out to get the ball, and they're like dropping dimes. The comment section, the internet is undefeated. They're like more like dropping pennies. Like,
Damn.
it's terrible.
Yeah, it's some crack was definitely smoked during the draft this year.
But speaking of the Browns as well, recently found out that during this draft, their GM was calling other teams and being like, "Oh, you have the 10th overall pick. We'll give you a 5th next year and a 7th this year." And they're like, "Get the hell off the phone with me." He was doing it to every team that was on the clock just to rattle them so they would make mistakes. And there's video. I'll find it real quick.
Yeah, they hired that dude from Moneyball from the Oakland A's.
No, they fired
be the-
him and they brought in a new guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I thought it was him that was making all these smart choices.
No, he was the one that decided to cut Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, that was not a good move. But yeah, the Browns, I won't say that they're going to the Super Bowl this season, because it'll take a season for them being together to like get that team synergy down and understand how each other works. But
well, here's the thing. Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr. have played together in college. They were rivals in high school and best friends. All off season, all Baker has done is work out with Jarvis and ODPJ before they even traded for him.
So it might
they're
be
on it.
And again, it could work out, but I'm just saying, like, overall as a team, because they did a lot of moving people around. So
they made some great.
I won't say it this season, but definitely next season they'll be a Super Bowl contending team. Like the 2020 to 2021 season, definitely a Super Bowl contending team.
I'm posting the thing in Kids.
Yeah, they're gonna make it all the way to the Super Bowl just so the Pats can knock them down.
Have you read the official super? What was it? The last year during the Super Bowl, they posted on the Wikipedia. It was like Super Bowl where somebody gets a chance to play the Patriots. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that?
Dorsey.
No sound.
John Dorsey.
What do you say?
I'm sure he was calling with me, but
I'm sure he's calling the fuck with me.
I'm working.
I'm working.
Yeah.
Dorsey, John. So John's. Yeah, I mean, look, John's like a brother. Every year.
I like how he calls the Colts.
When we get on the pick, I usually get this.
They made a poor decision too in their first round pick. They traded
out of the first round.
They traded out of the first round for 2 second-round draft picks, one for this year and one for next year. Because that makes sense.
Well, that's because Jim Irsay's still in that room. The man who posed naked with a guitar for Sports Illustrated. Which, you know what? I feel that needs to be brought up.
No, it doesn't. Nobody.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
we need to pretend that didn't happen.
All right, guys. I hate to cut us short, but I have work in the morning and it's fucking late.
Well, there's one important thing we need to get to.
Wait, did I fucking miss something?
there's one important thing we need to get to
All
because
right.
I can finally fucking talk about it.
Oh yeah. All right.
Because
All right.
I am finally allowed to talk about it. So, Matt Loader and Jeremy Hambley have settled out of court on a private settlement, and I can finally talk about what happened that night. I pretty much the story and the court cases that you've seen online was almost identical. That's exactly what happened. We're all sitting out on the bar having a good old time, hanging out, talking about stuff, and this fucking Matt Loader comes up, ask Jeremy if he's Jeremy, and when Jeremy goes to turn around and shake his hand, he reaches over, grabs his shirt, and starts hitting him in the back of the head. And so me and like two other people get in and get them separated. And once they get separated, like Jeremy runs inside, understandably, like he didn't know what the fuck was going on. And then this dude tries to follow him around the bar. And so I stand there like ready to fight this motherfucker. Like I was like, I'm gonna throw down with you, dude. You don't just come out here swinging at people like that. And the dude gets so pissed he smashes the window at the bar. Like he just smashes the window and then runs away like a little bitch. And he got cucked pretty hard because he had to post. He had to do a apology video, and he gets cucked pretty hard in it.
Two statements. I apologize for their scriptedness, but it's just the way it's got to be.
Hi, this is Matt Loader. Some of you know me as Matt Fantastic. Just prior to Gen Con 2018, I let my anger get the best of me and physically confronted Jeremy Hambley outside a bar in Indianapolis over statements he made about me previously. I unequivocally take responsibility for my actions that evening, which were wrong, and apologize to Jeremy for my thoughtless conduct. I do not now, nor did I ever believe Jeremy to be a Nazi, nor do I believe violence is the answer to settling personal issues. Jeremy and I have resolved our legal disputes, and I've written Gen Con asking that he be unbanned. I will have no further comment.
That's really all you need to see, because Jeremy is pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. It was nice to see that happen, considering the fact that I get, you might not agree with somebody. We can't just walk up on them and assault them.
Yeah, like
That's not how this works.
Blindside assault them, pretty much.
This is why duels should be brought back.
I would love that, actually. I'm all for that.
I mean, I don't think this guy realizes what state he was in, but he's lucky I didn't have my gun.
Yeah, right?
Because this whole incident would have turned out completely different, and I would have been 100% in the right.
That whole incident would have turned into brah brah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, the stand your ground law here is pretty well written of. Yeah, it's just there would have been a body.
Yeah, he
would have been no
wouldn't
cut letter.
He wouldn't have been alive to make that statement. So, I'll openly say that I don't care. But yeah, you don't just go up and start assaulting people randomly and expect to get nothing out of it.
Yeah,
no retaliation.
I do applaud you guys for holding your own on that, because that could have been a totally different situation of like a mob mentality.
Oh, it was just him and his fucking fat friend. And apparently that dude's like a really high Krav Maga instructor, so he says. Whatever, I don't care. He was extremely intoxicated, so much so that you could smell the liquor off of him. And I was fully prepared to fight this dude and knock his ass out.
I believe in that case it would have been rock, paper, brah.
Yeah, pretty much. He would have been done. There were multiple chairs nearby that I could have grabbed if need be. This is a street fight.
I was going to say, Jordan, you lined this bit up a hot minute ago. What sound would he have heard?
What sound would he have heard?
Yeah, what sound would he have heard?
Well, I always carry one in the chamber, but let's say I didn't, and I carried like a pussy with the slide locked back. He would have just heard something along the lines of that. Just would have been ready to go. But I always carry one in the chamber, anyways.
That motherfucking dang on you.
So it would have been like more of a. I don't know if I can Yeah, that's the gun coming out of the holster. I don't know how to
Make
a rustling
that
sound.
Yeah.
I guess that's what he would have heard. I don't know.
From what I heard, he would have heard two cats playing in a tin can.
Yeah, pretty much.
And on one note too, Brady, for the Game of Thrones thing, I have narrowed that Bronn will not be sitting on the Game of Thrones Iron Throne because there are stairs to get to it.
Oh, you mean Bran?
Bran, whatever.
Well,
Bronn,
there
Bran.
is there is a dude named Bronn, totally different character. And yes, I have deduced that as well. It will definitely not be Bran.
Well, what if he just crawls up the steps?
He doesn't have that kind of upper body strength.
No, not anymore. He's like a celestial being now.
Yeah.
Well, then he'll levitate himself up there.
No.
Just fucking.
Also, they made
his
such
way
a
up
big
there.
deal out of the dragons just to kill two of them.
Yeah. Though that was pretty metal when the one's face was like half ripped off. That was pretty metal.
Yeah, that was yeah.
I do like how she was just like, "Oh, shit happens. Dragons die." Like that kind of let me down.
Yeah, just a tad, but like I don't know. I just kind of hope.
Like, you were my least favorite.
Yeah, I feel like that was the way it was going.
She was just like, you were my least favorite. You were gonna, like, natural selection was gonna pick you off eventually. So, and I do before you go to bed, I do have one last post in things kids say.
Oh shit!
That will make your night a heavenly sleep.
Oh, is this Gronk with the kitten?
I figured you needed something good to end the night on.
Big Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, that's always a good thing to end the night on.
That's a fantastic note to end the podcast on.
Yeah, that's I only the best for the people that I serve.
You're starting that campaign trail early, I see.
Well, yes, because 2020 will be the next race for District 86 in Indianapolis. So, as soon as I can get my blue check mark from Facebook, which is pending,
And no, you don't want your blue check mark.
Yeah, I want.
That's a blue check mark of idiocracy.
Excuse me, I still have to appeal to boomers here.
Speaking of which, hold on. Before we go, I forgot to mention this when I was talking about going to see Detective Pikachu at theaters. Some fucking boomer left a flip phone that didn't even vibrate in the theater and proceeded to fucking call it repeatedly to try and find it. They obviously did not know where they left their goddamn phone, or they wouldn't have been doing that.
Did he find it?
No, they never came back. I tried to find it because I wanted to break the son of a bitch in half.
Oh, you should go to Kokomo in Indiana then, because that is the flip phone capital of the world.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, between meth and, flip.
Oh, it's Indiana.
Yeah. Number one, baby.
Number one in something.
And on that note,
actually, number 3 in infant mortality.
Jesus.
And number 1 in meth.
Jesus, you made it worse.
We're our own Thanos. We're doing our own snap here.
Yeah, it's when the glass dick breaks.
Yeah, I mean, we got to keep that medical industry employed somehow, and what better than infant mortality and meth heads to keep that bad boy running?
Yeah, that'll do it.
So,
all right, we're gonna let that one sit hard.
yeah,
That's a wrap.
Food for thought, and that's my TED Talk.
I'm glad I was here for your TED Talk. Wonderful.